Conference Center in Las Vegas. It is time for our main event. Joshua Greer Jr., Mike Plania, contending bantamweights scheduled for 10 rounds. And if you want to hear your voice attached to this fight in this fanless atmosphere, you can cheer along using Hear Me Cheer on any device. Go to espn.hearmecheer.com to take part. Magic Mike Plania. That nickname based on his elusive defense. He's from the same hometown as Manny Pacquiao in the Philippines. And for Magic Mike, this now his 5th straight fight in the U.S. Said he made a lot of changes to adapt to Josh Greer's style, and that he will do anything to win this fight tonight, ready to extend himself to the fullest. Joshua Greer, born and raised on the south side of Chicago. You know the stories well told of being in and out of trouble as a teen. He fights for a fallen friend who was lost to the street violence in Chicago, Ed Brown. Greer himself survived a drive-by shooting in recent years. "19 fights in a row he has won. Top 10 on ESPN.com's list of bantamweights. Number 1 in the WBO. Could be a title shot coming very soon if he can get past Mike Plania. The Tail of the Tape is presented by Geico. And let's talk about competition when we size these two up. Now, Plania is a couple inches taller, but look at that last line of the last 5 opponents. Greer's last 5, they have a win percentage of 81%. Plania's 43%. For the official introductions, here's Mark Chinook.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome inside the MGM Grand Conference Center in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada. This is boxing presented by Bob Arum's Top Rank. This bout is scheduled for 10 rounds in the bantamweight division. Judges at ringside, Tim Cheatham, Patricia Morse-Jarman, and Dave Moretti. The man in charge at the sound of the bell, Mr. Tony Weeks. This is boxing. This is Top Rank. And this is the main event. Fighting out of the blue corner. He weighed in at 119.5 pounds, wearing gold trunks with black trim. He enters the ring with a record of 23 wins, 1 loss, 12 wins coming by way of knockout. From General Santos City, Philippines, Magic Mike Plania. Fighting out of the red corner, presented in association with Antonio Leonard Promotions. He weighed in at 120 pounds. He is wearing black trunks. He enters the ring with a record of 22 wins, 1 loss, 1 draw, 12 wins by way of knockout. He is the WBO #1 ranked bantamweight contender from Chicago, Illinois, Joshua "Don't Blink" Greer Jr.
Okay, gentlemen, you both receive your instructions in the dressing room. Right here is good. Right here is good. I want a good, clean fight. Obey my commands at all times. Above all, protect yourselves at all times. Let's go.
Guys, I'm interested to see the output of Josh Greer Jr. tonight. And we have tracked him for a long time, broadcast many of his fights. His first 6 fights that CompuBox was tracking, he was throwing over 66 punches per round. But in his last 3, his output has dropped to just over 45. So something we will monitor to see how much he gets to work, how busy he is. Utilizing the jab early on here to get things started.
I'd like to see Josh Greer tonight do exactly what he's doing. Take his time. Put the pillow away for now. Get your jab going and get a good rhythm. And then if the shot opens up, it'll be there. But don't force the knockout. Don't get caught up in you know, the moniker of Night Night. That's what's kind of set him back, I think, the last couple of fights is he's trying too hard. He needs to let the fight come to him like he's doing right now.
That's it.
Plania told us in the fighter meeting yesterday that he wants to be patient. That's not really his style either. He's a guy who likes to apply pressure. I'm seeing patience now, so I want to see how this newfound, you know, mindset from Plania works out for him against a guy like Josh Greer.
Oh! He puts Greer down!
3,
A left hand floors
5,
Greer!
6, 7, 8.
Well, what do we have here? Halfway through round 1, and Plania has scored the knockdown. And now how will
Plania had
Josh Greer
explosive
react?
punching power. Tess, I said that he has explosive punching power. That shot came out of nowhere. That was a lead left hook from Plania.
And now he steps to Greer. Every said, I don't want to rush things, but look at this surge he has early on. What an incredible way for Plania to start off his night. A left hook scoring the knockdown in the middle of this first round. And now a right hand comes in from the Filipino fighter.
He's very explosive and unpredictable. Plania.
Greer trying to settle back in, and he does so with a right hand to the body.
Plania just looks so much bigger, his upper body and his legs, than Joshua Greer tonight.
He's got 2.5 inches on Greer. Greer checked in at 5'4", 120 on the scale. Plania came in at 119.5.
10 seconds.
Of course, the time to rehydrate.
I got it. I got the bucket.
Big way to start the evening for the upset-seeking Mike Plania.
Relax. Just loosen up now. Just loosen up. Just you gotta get back.
Greer got falling asleep at the wheel. What does he do? Greer was looking for a jab to come. No, it was a lead left hook coming from
That's all you
Plania.
gotta do. Keep it. Sit down. Take all the time.
Set him down. You know what? Greer was actually shooting a
Plania
jab.
slightly
Dropped his right hand
feinted
in the
Greer out of
process.
position
Don't be too anxious. Just relax.
and landed the
Take
big
your
left
time
hook. He
going in
feinted
there.
right
Put that
there.
stick, but put
Joshua
snap
Greer
on that
kind of
stick.
dropped his right
Okay?
hand, and Plania timed him perfectly
Keep your
on the
right
chin.
hand up and don't back up, okay? You're doing good. Good job.
Guys, how challenging is it to stay the course with a game plan when something like that happens in round 1? To tell yourself to still be
It's
disciplined, to tell yourself to stay on
Tess.
course with what you planned.
It's very challenging, Tess, because the first thing that comes to heart is you want to go straight to the guy. So, but you got to use your head and be smart in there. And you got to stick to the game plan. That's it. Just discipline, Tess. That's what it's all about, discipline. And you see Greer trying to do that right now.
Yeah, Greer's responding the right way, at least as of right now. But yes, you got to deal with embarrassment. Your pride is hurt. You're angry. It's a bunch of emotions that's going through your mind and body. But Timothy is right. You got to stay disciplined, or you'll find yourself right back down there again.
That's it.
The one thing I don't like from Greer right now, he got his chin up in the air. His eyes are wide open, but that chin is up in the air. He needs to tuck that chin down in his chest. So that's why you
Bernardo,
don't
what
take
were
one
they?
of them left hooks.
Bernardo, what were they saying in the corner of Greer after that knockdown?
George Hernandez says, look, he wasn't hurt. Fortunately, he recovered well, but he's got to stay alert. He's got to keep his hands up, and he's got to be patient. It's only the first round. He's got time to recover.
I like the Greer the movement from Greer, but he needs to get on his jab, and he needs to let his combinations go out at distance, and then think about defense after.
That's it. Little head movement. Give him some feints. That's it.
Right hand to the body from Greer.
Yeah, Tess, you got to keep a guy like Plania, you got to keep him busy. You can't allow him to think and take his time and try to line you up for a big shot. Let those hands go, Greer. 2s and 3s. There it is
Left
again.
hook again from Plania. So that is where he has been finding success here. Had a knockdown in the first round when Greer Jr. dropped his right hand, was stunned, was floored.
And Tess, he dropped that right hand again, and he got caught in the same spot. Let's see if he makes an adjustment.
Up 10. Move the head. 10 seconds.
Plania and Greer coming to the end of round 2 in Vegas.
My lifestyle is savage, allergic to average.
He's trying to line Greer up, like you said, Tim, for that perfect shot. He just landed another good left hook right there. But also credit to Greer for recovering and getting back to the game plan. He's boxing well right now, but Plania is still trying to land a big shot.
One thing that I noticed, Dre, when you attack Plania, he gets out of position. He's not set like he is when he's moving forward. But I don't think Greer has noticed that.
I think right now Joshua Greer is just trying not to get dirty, and what I mean by that is he doesn't really want to get touched. He's already been down. He's trying to box this perfect fight. And you all hear me say this all the time, that when you're facing a puncher, there's a time and a place to slip inside, get some work off, get your respect tie-up and reset. Greer hasn't done that yet. He's boxing well, but he needs to get inside in spots to get the respect of Plania.
You know, it reminds
and
me
yes,
of,
when he does go inside, he will be in the lion's den, Joe.
We're going to go to the other side of the weight spectrum in having this conversation, because it's not dissimilar to a conversation we had with Tyson Fury when he reflected on the first strategy he tried to put forth against Deontay Wilder, of saying it's tough to throw a no-hitter for 12 rounds. It's tough to try to be so perfect.
Well, it's not just tough, but it's draining physically and mentally. And I was always taught, and it's counterintuitive, but if you do it right, it can work. You don't always go away from power. Sometimes you have to come to the power and smother it, get your work on, and then get out.
Yeah. And it can make it easier, a much easier night when you have that balance and that approach. Coming to the end of 3, live from Vegas.
Having difficulty streaming your movie is annoying. Step up with Boost Mobile and stream all you want. Or don't and be uncomfortably waiting. Step up with Boost Mobile and take in the movie on your new big screen LG K51. Or don't and run into your ex-boyfriend with the hat.
Step up with Boost Mobile's new upgraded network. Stronger signal, faster speeds, more coverage. Switching at 4 lines for $25 per line per month with unlimited data and 4 free LG K51 phones. Step up with Boost Mobile.
My ultimate goal for my condition is to not have to think about it. Roman allows me to do that. They made the process so much more personalized and expedited. It doesn't have to be so difficult to find the care and medication that you need.
Round 4 of our main event from the MGM Grand Conference Center. A reminder that Sports Center with SVP is coming up, as he will have details on the NBA bubble, from our boxing bubble to Scotty in the NBA bubble coming up. Phil Mickelson's turning 50, and the Madden cover is revealed. That is coming up on Sports Center with SVP once we get through with this critical main event in the bantamweight division. All the title hopes for Josh Greer on the line. #1 contender in the WBO, top 10 in ESPN.com, and he was floored in the first round. In tough tonight against Mike Plania.
I see what Greer's trying to do. He's trying to bring the tempo up a little bit and get his hands working. But he went down to the body with that right hand quite a bit. Plania has a really good right uppercut. He has to be careful dipping down that low, trying to go down to the body.
And what did we just see again? That lead left hook from Plania.
Greer can't do anything about it.
Plania has a mind of his own. It's almost like Plania just whips it in there. He doesn't throw it hard, but it lands hard.
I think it's a real good way you just described it.
Natural punch from Michael Plania.
It is. It is. It's wiry, and it has some speed to it.
Right. He doesn't telegraph. He doesn't leap forward. He just stands in place and just whips it in there. At some point, I think Greer's going to have to slip inside and touch the body of Plania. Get some uppercuts in there, rough him up, let him know that, hey, I'm physical too. I'm not going to stay here with you all night long, but when I choose to be here, I'm going to be the boss. He's got to take some calculated risk at some point in time.
To get his respect, Dre. Absolutely. I agree with you. But what I'm seeing from Greer right now, he's moving towards that left hand. I will move away from that left hand. I will move the opposite way and use my jab. And don't allow him. I want him to reach for that left hook. That way. Yes, that way. Use that jab that way. Keep that right hand up.
But instead, they're now circling to his right. and left hook again from Plania, but that time Greer able to get out of the way. Show number 3 of our new summer series, live from Vegas. Top Rank Boxing on ESPN, as Vegas is bubbling back to activity. Look at how much traffic now is on the Strip. We keep talking about the opportunity that lies ahead for Joshua Greer. If he can get past this, he's got a real challenge, but this division is top heavy. In a way, you could make an argument for as the #1 pound-for-pound fighter in the world. Some do, but look at the names throughout, from veterans like Nonito Donaire to titleists like John Riel Casimiro, who was scheduled to fight in a way. And in fact, it is Casimiro who is the WBO champ, and it is Greer who is trying to get that title shot. He's #1 in the WBO right now. But all of that is being threatened by what happened in the first round and continues to go the course of Mike Plania as it stands.
There it is, right there. You see Plania get out of position and square it up. Once Greer came in with a 1-2 combination, those are opportunities for Greer to make him pay.
There you go. I told you, that's it.
It's amazing the audio we have with this fanless atmosphere, because you can hear George Hernandez, a 66-year-old original trainer of Greer. Then he went away, went to California, came back to Chicago. But it's almost like you're listening into the conversation between trainer and fighter, and typically with the roar of the crowd in the arena atmospheres we normally are televising fights, and you would never have this one. The encouragement coming from Hernandez.
Yeah, no, you're right, Joe. But for fighters, this is what we're used to. You know, not in a fight setting, a real fight setting on fight night, but every day in the gym, this is what you hear. You hear two coaches yelling back and forth. You got to compartmentalize your coach, tune out the other coach, get your work in. Like, this is what we've always known.
Good. Okay, here we go. Keep him up. Timing, let's go.
I used to take it personal, Joe, when I used to hear other coaches say reckless things about me and say, oh, he's tired. Oh, he can't take a shot. That used to motivate me.
By the way, Timmy, the least shocking thing I could hear in tonight's broadcast, that Dre would take it that way.
Yeah.
Give me anything.
Yeah.
I'll take any motivation you give me.
That just surprised me at all.
They're trying to dig that left hand to the body, and he was trying to meet him with a left of his own.
There's another level to that offense, Tess, for Greer. He doesn't know it yet. You always got to be a step or two ahead of your opponent. You got to expect something coming back, and then you got to react to whatever he does. So you can start, and you can also finish. That's the next level. That's the elite level. Greer's throwing one shot at a time.
That's it. Just good.
Okay, now what? Greer, now what? He just landed a combination. He just ran away. Now what? That's what I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen.
Bye.
End of 5 here, live from Vegas.
Some companies still have HR stuck between employees and their data, entering data, changing data, more and more sensitive personal data. And it doesn't just drag HR down, it drags the entire business down with inefficiency, errors, and waste. It's ridiculous.
So ridiculous.
With Paycom, employees enter and manage their own data in a single, easy-to-use software. Visit paycom.com and schedule your demo today.
Halfway mark of our scheduled 10-round main event, a crucial fight for Joshua Greer if he wants to live up to everything he plans to be targeting here. But right now, Mike Plania feels like he could be in control of things, having scored the knockdown in round one. Coming out firing here with long-range right hands to the body against Greer in round 6. Earlier tonight, guys, I said one of the things we're going to look at with CompuBox is the punch output. Early on when we started tracking Josh Greer and televising his fights, he was throwing over 66 punches per round. In the last 3 fights that have come with wins but some criticism, his output dropped to 45 punches per round. He has been in the 30s tonight. 35, 31, 37, last round 36. So he's even less than what we said we would be monitoring as the target line that he dipped to.
Well, part of the reason, or all of the reason, is Michael Plania. Greer cannot afford to make any mistakes, so therefore he won't throw as many punches because Plania is landing shots like that, and the shot we saw Greer get knocked down with in the first round.
Third law of motion. Do something, and then he needs to do something to Plania and expect something to come back.
Let's look at the body language of Plania. Feeling that he's the boss.
Plania, he's in his. Yes, he is. He's in total control right now.
Let him up. Turn around.
What will the answer be? How about Greer going down again?
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Come to me. Okay. Here we go.
Can you believe this? We just said it. You could see it in the body language. That feeling that Plania knows he's in control. He's the boss. And a second knockdown scored.
Someone's coming up. You got to get him back. You follow me too close. Yeah, you're down by
Now
2 or 3
the
now.
hole is deeper for Joshua Greer.
Don't get careless in there. When you pull back, make sure your hands are up. Don't do. You're getting careless in there. Keep that chin tucked in and your hands up when you're moving in. When you want to get in there tight and get a tight defense and work down and up. Down and
Here we
up.
see Plania doing what he's been doing, just moving slightly, but then that left hook has a mind of its own. He didn't wind up. He didn't telegraph it. He just whipped it. Here we see right here. Boom. Right there, short shot. Landed right on the chin of Greer. And then the legs of Greer betrayed him, and down he went again.
Don't drop your hands. Back
That left
up,
hook
son.
is something vicious. And again, that thing has a mind of its own.
Your description of that, Dre, is so accurate because it doesn't take the technique, the normal fundamentals of what we know a left hook to be, of that right angle, of that parallel to the ground. It almost goes beyond the normal arc and just whips right in like a viper strike. And 2 times now tonight, it has scored the knockdown for Mike Plania. in the first round and in the 6th round. So when we look at Andre Ward's card, you will see the 10-8 rounds, and you will see the command and control of 58-54 Plania. And how about what we said a few times earlier tonight? Those in the know, things were bubbling up. The Vegas line was moving. The money was coming into today on the underdog, and Plania was getting support, and now he's in control here.
Stop. Watch behind the head.
And to your point, Dre, Plania, when he throws that left hook, it almost looked like he's stepping in with the jab. You saw the hand, the right hand of Greer move forward, expecting the jab, but the left hook came. And of course, calls the knockdowns.
Good two-piece right there from Plania. Left hook and a right hand to follow.
Driving down with that right hand.
At this point in the fight, I think Greer been down twice. I believe he needs a knockout to win this fight, or even pull off a draw.
Yeah, the two 10-8 rounds are so difficult to overcome.
There it is again.
Left hook again. It has been there all night long. Now look at that left hand to the body, doubling it up there. I'll tell you, there is something to like about Mike Plania, isn't there? The Filipino from the same hometown as Manny Pacquiao, who's been coming on strong. You know, you can look down at his line-by-line guys. And there's Greer with a left hook upstairs. But you can look down at Plania's line-by-line and see opponents that had losing records, or they were making their pro debut, and then steps into this spot and has been delivering all night long. He'll have 3 rounds to go. Try to take this to the finish line and come up with a big win.
My lifestyle is savage. Allergic to average. That is my mantra.
If you want to see the best in the world look spectacular, stay right where you are.
Where we're from, friends are family. So we're getting you the Louisiana favorites you love safer and quicker. With the delivery fee on us. It's just one way our family is caring for yours.
Wherever you go, when we're all free to roam, Midas can help get you there. Through July 4th, celebrate your freedom with our 1776 oil change that includes a tire rotation. When you are ready, your car should be too. Midas.
They're gym shorts with a super soft built-in lining, and they make underwear obsolete. You can swim in them. You can work out in them. Wearing them is so much fun.
Show you how to be the man, how to be the boss, how to buy the car, how to buy the...
We will see if Mike Plania can bring it home here in this main event, or if Josh Greer has the answer. And then it'll be SportsCenter with SVP following Top Rank Boxing live from Vegas. A chance to check in with Mark Kriegel.
You know, last time Josh Greer went down early, he had a plan. He went to the body. He broke his opponent down. I don't really sense any of that here. Plania looks bigger, longer, more relaxed. That hook is the essence of swag.
Come on.
Watch your hands. Watch your hands.
This is where Greer needs to work right now. He has Plania right where he needs him. He needs to dig down to the body, stay nice and tight in there.
Greer on the inside now. There's an uppercut, then tries to wrap around the right hand. As Plania then lets his hands go. His fourth combination. Greer trying to turn over that left hand. Shoulder to shoulder they are now. Short right on the inside. What will be the answer for Greer, if any?
Right back.
There's the right uppercut from Joshua Greer. Trailing on the scorecards here.
Good sequence right here from Josh Greer. Good adjustment from Josh Greer. It's not working on the outside, so let's take it inside and see if Plania can deal with what we got. And right now he's having the most success that I've seen him have throughout the course of the fight.
No doubt about it. And applying this strategy at just the right time because he needs something special here. Trailing on the scorecards. 3 rounds to go. Short right hand on the inside. And Plania, without that space, without that weaponry, doesn't quite look the same.
I've always said Greer does his best work when he's moving forward and he's being the boss. That's when you see the 69 punches around. That's exactly what he's doing. He's stepping up right now because he knows he has to.
I got you. Stop.
And the fighting spirit of Joshua Greer has not turned at all in this fight. Even with the 2 knockdowns, he is biting down like he's supposed to. And he's resisting Plania like he's supposed to if he's going to try to get to that title shot eventually down the road. Could have easily packed it in and went into survival mode, and I haven't seen that from Joshua Greer tonight.
Some loose tape around.
See the tape loose right there?
Yeah, the right glove of Mike Plania. But we got the final 10 seconds here of round 8. A far better round for Josh Greer. Landed a right hand there as well. Trying to mount a late comeback here against Plania.
Got the tape.
Let's go. Man.
Of course, the reason he's in this position, the 2 knockdowns scored by Plania, both by left hooks. This is the first round.
You know, Greer sitting on the outside thinking he's having his way, but what does he do? He threw his right hand out right in front. Left hook comes and finds him, and down he goes.
Then in the 6th round.
Same sequence, different round. Whipping left hook right here. Greer puts his right hand down as Plania feints him out of position. Down goes Joshua Greer.
Let's look at the power punches to this point. As you see, Plania has thrown 203, landing 72. Greer 162 thrown, landing 60. But the 2 most impactful, effective, significant, the left hooks from Mike Plania. 6 minutes to decide it. Josh Greer trying to keep his status. #1 in the WBO. Top 10 on ESPN.com. Mike Plania trying to put himself into that conversation as a bantamweight contender.
You see Plania don't like that inside work from Greer, so he's looking to operate on the outside, trying to catch Greer on the way in with that left hook. Let's see if it works.
Last round and this round are the first 2 rounds where the body language has shifted. Now Joshua Greer looks like the boss, and Plania is on the retreat.
And he looks like the boss when he steps to him and can get to the inside. So let's see if he can gain that critical real estate here. And there's that left hook, just a threatening left hook when Greer tries to cross that threshold of getting to the inside. And there he is. Now he's got to work.
Let him go.
Greer now made that adjustment. Now he's trying to go underneath that left hook of Plania. Great adjustment by him.
Let him go.
Well, he's attacking the power, like I said, Tim. And again, it's counterintuitive on the surface, but if you really know, that's the right thing to do because you smother the power, and a guy like Plania, he wants to whip that left hook and have a little bit of range. You've suddenly taken that away from him.
Stop. Let him go.
Yeah, that is both left hooks that we saw tonight scoring the knockdowns can only happen at range with that space. We saw that in the first round. We saw that in the 6th round. Round number 9 here.
Here's the right uppercut. That's the right uppercut. Not only does Greer have to watch the left hook, he has to watch the right uppercut of Plania because he has a darn good one.
Yeah, he's got to watch it, Tim, but he's got to go to work like he's doing right now. I'm not saying throw caution to the wind, but he has to do exactly what he's doing right now to hope that he can get a shot through and maybe even the score on the scorecard. or at least close the gap on the scorecard.
Stop, I got you.
Good sneaky body shot from Plania right there.
Sure was. That right hand landing to the body of Greer.
Greer got to drop some of those feints so he can clear some of those punches coming from Plania. If he drop a feint, make him miss and didn't make him pay.
You see the urgency with Greer now.
No.
Trying with the right hand. Desperate for something. He will have one round to salvage this as he returns to his original trainer, the 66-year-old George Hernandez. Let's listen in to Greer Hernandez.
You got that one. We need the round, then we need a big round. Big. He ain't got nothing left. Yeah. He ain't got a... You know? When you go here, under and over. He's dead. He's tired right now. Come on. Come on, Josh. All you gotta do is pressure this bitch.
Walk him down and pressure him. Can he walk down? Can he pressure Mike Plania? Mike Plania with 2 knockdowns scored, banking 2 of those 10-8 rounds. He's been in control for much of the night up until Josh Greer making a decision to change strategies in recent rounds. And now here's the 10th and final round. And here comes the pressure from Greer.
Stop. No. Watch that. I'm here. You can't hit like that. Go, you can't hit like that. Here we go.
Trying to chase him down with a right. Think about how much goes into all of this, all the mountains to climb as a pro fighter. 25 fights into his career for Josh Greer, just to even arrive at a professional career after surviving street life from Chicago, having to make some tough decisions, moving out to California, moving back home, overcoming the 1 loss, putting together the win streak, working your way into the top 10, into #1 status in the WBO, and a couple of left hooks, and it can all go away. Final half a minute. What does he have in him here?
I got you.
Mike Plania has impressed. He said he was primed. He said he was ready. His only loss against a guy who was a champion in Juan Carlos Payano. Seemingly getting better at 23 years old. Magic Mike feels like he had a magical night. 2 knockdowns scored against top 10 bantamweight Joshua Greer.
Great excitement right there.
And he's celebrating the way he is because of what happened in the first and in the sixth.
Just unbelievable accuracy right there by Plania, leading with the left hook that causes the knockdown. And here it is again. Beautiful, quick, snapping, whipping left hook from Plania that sends Greer to the ground once again. Great performance by
a lot of credit to Josh Greer. I can't say it enough, just the type of heart and just the mental fortitude that he showed. He never turned, he never quit, he never went into survival mode. Hats off to that young man. He fought to the end. I think he came up a little short tonight, but he's got a fighting spirit, man, and he's got a lot of respect from me.
He does. He's a joy to be with and always cover. But Mike Plania really brought it tonight, didn't he? He outlanded Greer 119 to 96. Plania also had 99 power punches landed to 77 for Greer. He threw 290 power punches. The two that counted the most scored the knockdowns, the left hooks. And here are the total punches. So Mike Plania, Magic Mike, overcame abject poverty in General Santos City in the Philippines, has himself what he feels will be announced as a signature win. Let's hear what Mark Chinook and the judges have to say about that.
After 10 rounds here inside MGM Grand, we go to the judges' scorecards. Judge Dave Moretti has it 94-94. Tim Cheatham has it 96-92. Patricia Morse Jarman has it 97-91 for your winner by majority decision, Magic Mike Plania!
Not quite sure what Dave Moretti was watching with the wide spread, 97-91 and 96-92. Far more legitimate and accurate depiction of the fight that we just watched, with two knockdowns scored by Mike Plania, but the right guy won it. It comes by majority decision, and we will hear from Mike Plania. That is a big win for the Filipino. Stick around.
Did you know Prilosec OTC can stop frequent heartburn before it begins? Heartburn happens when stomach acid refluxes into the esophagus. Prilosec OTC uses a unique delayed-release formula that helps it pass through the tough stomach acid. It then works to turn down acid production, blocking heartburn.